angel wakes me from my flowery bed. Oh, I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee. Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful. Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit and no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing, la, whilst thou unpressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seeds. Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honeybags steal from the humblebees, and for night tapers, crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes to have my love to bed. Oh, and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies and fan the moonbeams in his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him curtsies.
Why, I pray you? Who might be your mother that you insult, exalt, and all at once over the wretched? What, that you have no beauty? As by my faith I see no more in you than without candle may go dark to bed. Must you be therefore proud and pitiless? Why? What means this? Why do you look on me? I see no more in you than in the ordinary of nature's sail work. Odds my little life, I think she means to tangle my eyes too. No, faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. 'Tis not your inky brows, your black silk hair, your bugle eyeballs, nor your cheek of cream that can attain my spirits to your worship. You foolish shepherd, where would you follow where? Like foggy south, puffing with wind and rain. You are 1,000 times a properer man than she a woman. 'Tis such fools as you that make the world full of ill-favoured children. 'Tis not her glass, but you that flatters her. And out of you she sees herself more proper than any of their lineaments can show her. But mistress, know yourself, down on your knees and thank heaven, fasting for a good man's love. For I must tell you, friendly in your ear, sell when you can. You are not for all markets. Cry the man there's see, love him, take his offer. Foul is most foul, being foul to be a scoffer. So take her to thee, shepherd. Fare you well.
By heaven, this was not a plan of mine. It was no plot or predetermined act. With courage steeled by an excess of wine, I did away with my accustomed tact. Unbridled curiosity prevailed. It bade I peer into a world I'd missed. Of this auspicious moment I availed, myself and I, another woman, kissed. And such a kiss! The taste of cherry balm upon her lips was one I'll never forget. A whirlwind of emotion, crazed yet calm, and hoping my admirers not upset. But the wondrous truth I'll not avoid. Her kiss was one I truly well enjoyed.
Of comfort no man speak. Let's talk of graves, of worms and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors and talk of wills, and yet not so. For what can we bequeath? Our lands, our lives, and all our Bolingbroks. And nothing do we own but death, and that small model of the barren earth which serves as paste and cover to our bones. Oh, for God's sake, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of kings. How some have been deposed, some slain in war, some haunted by the ghost they have deposed, some poisoned by their wives, some sleeping killed, all murdered. For within the hollow crown which rounds the mortal temples of the king keeps death his court, and there the antic sits, scoffing his state and grinning at his pomp, allowing him a breath, a little scene to monarchize, be feared and kill with looks, infusing him with self and vain conceit, as if this flesh which walls our lives were brass impregnable, and humoured thus comes at last with a little pin, bores through his castle walls, and farewell, king. Cover your heads and mock not the flesh and blood. With deep reverence, throw away respect, tradition, form, and ceremonious duty. For you have mistook me all this while. I live with bread just like you. Feel want, taste grief, need friends. Subjected thus, how can you say to me, I am a king?
Yet, for God's sake, go not to these wars. The time was, Father, that you broke your word when you were more endeared to it than now. When your own Percy, when my heart's dear Harry through many a northward look to see his father bring up his powers, but he did long in vain. Who then persuaded you to stay at home? There were 2 honours lost, yours and your son's. For yours, the God of heaven brighten it. For his, it stuck upon him as the sun in the grey vault of heaven, and by his light did all the chivalry of England move to do brave acts. He was indeed the glass wherein the noble youth did dress themselves. He had no legs that practised not his gait, and speaking thick, which nature made his blemish, became the accents of the valiant. For those that could speak low and tardily would turn their own perfection to abuse to seem like him, so that in speech, in gait, in diet, in affections of delight, in military rules, humours of blood. He was the mark and glass, copy and book that fashioned others. And him, oh, wondrous him, oh, miracle of men, him did you leave, second to none, unseconded by you, to look upon the hideous god of war in disadvantage, to abide a field where nothing but the sound of Hotspur's name did seem defensible, so you left him. Never, oh never do his ghost the wrong, to hold your honour more precise and nice with others than with him. Let them alone. The Marshal and the Archbishop are strong, and my sweet Harry had but half their numbers. Today my eye, hanging on Hotspur's neck, have talked of Monmouth's grave.
This was not a plan of mine. It was no plot or predetermined act. And with courage, steeled by an excess of wine, I did away with my accustomed tact. Unbridled curiosity prevailed. It bade I peer into a world I thought I'd missed. Of this auspicious moment I availed myself, and I, another woman, kissed. And such a kiss. The taste of cherry balm upon her lips was one I'll never forget. A whirlwind of emotion, crazed yet calm, and hoping my admirers not upset. But the wondrous truth I'll not avoid, her kiss was one I truly well enjoyed.
My heart thou hold'st a rightful claim, a vow that distance shan't our friendship breach, and though I've garnered ample wealth and fame, we have maintained a closeness unimpeached. With thee, companion true, I'll share my lot, and make our fortunes evermore entwined, for in the dark of night these eyes cannot observe the treasures they'd in daylight find. But from the heart we shine like beacons bright, our bonds been strengthened by the oaths we swore to persevere, to stand firm and unite, when life sends storm clouds threatening to pour. Thou needest not be drenched when showers fall. Pray, take thy place beneath my parasol.
Disgraced with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. Yet, in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of dawn, arises from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.